enough. That should have been okay, because you don't want to take too much of the salt content out. It makes no sense. It will have no taste. So you do want to have a little bit of salt in there. So you just repeat the process. You empty out the salty water, and then just go ahead and put cold water in there and let it sit for a while, so your hands, when you might have to break it or flake it, it may be bearable. Okay, so you just keep it over there, and let's get started on the limes. So in order to make the lime punch, we do not want a high concentration of the lime rind, because it does not give that real flavor of that rum and that essence of that spice in there. So what you want to do is take off the lime rind, which is very simple. All you do is like you cut in an orange, you just peel around this. It's a very simple process. Just use a paring knife. Try not to go too deep, because then you don't want to get to the actual pulp. You just want to get the rind itself off the actual lime. And you know, roughly 6-7 limes, you make a good amount. That should be enough for now. So soon as this is done, we will begin the process. So this is done. This is how it looks, and simply, I've done a few of them before, so as you can see, they are over here. And what we do is cut them open, and we squeeze them into a big container, and that would be just the very first step to the process after making the simple syrup. How are you doing over there? Are you doing okay?
Yes, Mommy.
Do you need anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. So what are you doing right now?
I'm cutting the red peppers.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So Satura, did you put your timer on for your eggs, or are you just estimating the time?
Estimating the time.
So do you have a mental clock in there?
Yes, I do. I'm used to it.
Alright. You see so? I think your eggs just started boiling.
Alright, so it's 4:38. So at 4:48, I'm going to take it off the fire.
Okay, sounds good to me. Okay.
I already cut my red peppers. I have them in here, in my side in here. And now I'm going to cut the onion. First, you have to cut the top of it off. And then after that, you have to cut the bottom off. And then you start peeling it. Okay, I can see that it's 4:47. My eggs are gonna be done at 4:48.
Are you going to use the entire onion, hon?
No, I'm gonna cut it in half.
Are you going to cry while you're doing that?
Of course.
Oh,
It burns
I know you
my
love to
eyes.
cry. Okay, well, what I'm doing right now myself, I am just getting the last set of limes squeezed for the punch. So you just want to get out as much juice as possible out of there. And when we are done, we will start on trying to see if we can get the syrup and everything incorporated. And then we're going to add the favorite, most famous ingredient of it all, the rum.
So it's 4:48, and I have to take the egg off the stove.
Bring them.
Pour out the hot water and put it under cold water. And that's it.
Okay, so now you're going to proceed in doing the rest of the stuff. So now while we are waiting for the syrup to come to a boil, I'm just going to put this on the side and start working on getting the cucumber ready for the salad. I will take care of the lime juice eventually, but this is kind of pretty quick and pretty simple to do, so this can be done last. So let's start working on the cucumber salad. We grab 2 moderate sized cucumber based on the size of your family or the amount of people that you're expecting, and simply just cut off the edges. 1 and 2. And I find the best way to go is by using the potato peeler. Always works for me, never have a problem with that. So what I do is just bring it down, very simple, very quick. A lot of people leave the green, some of the green on there, and it's very good for digestion, and it's actually very good for roughage as well, but I try to avoid putting too much in there because a little bit too much can be a little bit overbearing. So you try to just take off as much as possible, but still try to leave a little bit in there. And actually, it actually does make it pretty as well. So, you know, that actually works. So, so Therese in the process, I guess, of doing her onions. I haven't seen the tears yet, but very soon they might come. So let's get started on getting these cucumbers ready for the salad. Okay, so also Therese working on the onions, and trying to see if I can get her. You want to get it as fine as possible. Let's say your tomatoes. Syrup seems to be doing pretty good. And I'm just going to need a head of garlic for the cucumber. So let me get a loose one if there is any. Alright. So right now I'm trying to get a head of garlic to get the cucumber ready, and I'm actually looking for a spoon with a very long handle, and we are good to start with our cucumber. The syrup for the punch seems to be doing pretty good. It's getting there, really thick and boiling. So let's get started on our cucumber. Always use like the best knives that you could use to cut up these cucumbers are like paring knives. Don't use serrated knives, they're not really friendly for that. You'll be like sawing like you're trying to cut a loaf of bread or something. So just try, always use a paring knife for these. And when it gets to a certain point in there, I normally take off the seeds because they maintain a lot of water, and as a result it makes the salad very watery. So I try to get as much of the seeds as possible in there. And the way I do that is when I get to a certain point in the cucumbers, you could notice the center portion, that's where all the seeds are. So I just take my knife and I slightly twist it, and I twist a little more, and I keep twisting until I get to a certain spot when I feel like the knife can go no more, and then it just simply comes out. Then I continue cutting until I get to the point again where we get to the area where there are more seeds, and we continue the process, and we just keep going this way. So let's just continue chopping up the onion, the cucumbers, and as soon as we are finished, we will assemble everything together and get it on the table. What are you doing, ma'am? Are you okay? Oh, she's gonna do the tomatoes. Well, you did not cry.
Yes, I did.
Ooh, that was silent. Yes. Pretty good. Okay, so what types of tomatoes are you using? Plum or beef tomatoes?
Plum.
Oh, you're using plum. Also, well, then you're gonna use like 2 of them because they're pretty small and they're very juicy and very sweet. So 2 should suffice. Okay. Are you going to try to get as much seeds off as possible, or are you just going to leave them in there?
I'm going to try to get as much seeds off as possible.
You see, the more seeds that are in these vegetables, the more it retains water.
Watery it is?
You want to get rid of the water in order so that the salad will be crunchy kind of and yet still palatable, because you don't want it all soggy and, you know. Okay, so